I've spent 23 years helping others choose. Today, I can't even order coffee. I've built my entire career on helping people make the right choices. 23 years as a decision consultant, and I can tell you exactly which path leads to happiness, which investment pays off, which partner stays loyal. The algorithm is simple. Gather data, weigh options, eliminate emotion, choose optimally. This morning's client was textbook. Sarah Martinez, 34, torn between two job offers. Tech startup versus established corporation. I pulled up her psychological profile, ran the numbers through my proprietary decision matrix, and gave her the answer within 15 minutes. The startup. Higher risk, but her personality type thrives on uncertainty. She'll be promoted within 18 months. She left my office beaming, clutching the folder with my analysis. "You're a miracle worker, Dr. Chen," she said. "How do you always know?" How do I always know? Experience. Pattern recognition. The human mind is remarkably predictable once you understand the variables. I've helped over 3,000 people optimize their lives. My success rate is 97%. The other 3% just didn't follow my advice. I should feel proud. I do feel proud. This is what I was made to do. But then I'm standing in the coffee shop at lunch, staring at the menu I've read 1,000 times before, and something breaks. "What can I get you?" The barista is waiting, pen hovering over her notepad. I always order the same thing. Medium cappuccino, extra foam, 1 sugar. Have for 6 years. It's optimal for my caffeine needs and digestive system. But suddenly, I can't remember choosing it. When did I decide this was my drink? Did I ever consciously pick it? Or did it just happen? I'll have... The words stick in my throat. The medium cappuccino feels wrong somehow. Too predictable. But the alternatives feel equally arbitrary. Why would I want a latte? What makes someone choose tea over coffee? The decision tree branches infinitely in my mind. "Sir." The line is getting long. I can feel the people behind me shifting impatiently. My chest tightens. This is ridiculous. It's just coffee. I help Fortune 500 CEOs make million-dollar decisions, and I can't order a simple drink. Medium cappuccino, I finally manage. Extra foam. 1 sugar. The barista scribbles it down without looking up. Of course, she knows my order. I've been getting the same thing for years. But as I walk to my usual table, why is it my usual table? When did I choose it? Something cold settles in my stomach. I think back to this morning's breakfast. Oatmeal with blueberries. Same as every weekday for how long? And my route to work. The same series of left and right turns through the same intersections. My evening routine. Shower, news, bed at 10:15. When did I choose any of this? More importantly, why can't I remember the moment of choice? Every decision should have a moment where you weigh options and select the optimal path. That's how minds work. That's how my mind works. But sitting here with my predictable cappuccino at my predictable table, I realize something that makes my hands shake. I can't recall actually making a single personal choice in years. The choice paralysis spreads like a virus through my mind. That afternoon, I stand in my apartment lobby for 12 minutes, unable to decide which elevator to take. They're identical. They go to the same floors at the same speed. There's no optimal choice, which should make it easy. Just pick one. But my finger hovers over the buttons, trembling. A neighbor walks up and presses the left elevator without hesitation. "Long day?" he asks, noticing my obvious distress. I nod, but I want to grab his shoulders and demand, "How did you choose? What made you press that button instead of the other one? Was it conscious? Did you weigh the options?" The elevator arrives. We step inside. He presses 7. I reach for my floor, the 5th, but pause. Why do I live on the 5th floor? When apartment 5C became available, did I actively choose it over the identical 3B or ATA? I must have. People don't just drift into apartments, do they? "Which floor?" he asks, finger poised over the panel. 5, I whisper, but it feels like lying. Back in my apartment, I pull out my lease agreement from 3 years ago. My signature is there, confident and flowing, but I can't remember signing it. I can't remember the viewing, the decision process, comparing rent prices. There should be emails, phone calls, a moment where I said yes to this place and no to others. Instead, there's just gap. I check my calendar for tomorrow's appointments. 4 client sessions scheduled. Mrs. Rodriguez at 9 wants help choosing between 2 houses. Mr. Kim at 11 needs guidance on a career change. They're paying me $300 an hour to make their choices for them. But what if I can't? What if I stand there, paralyzed, unable to recommend anything because I've forgotten how choosing actually works? I practice in the mirror. Based on your risk tolerance and long-term goals, I recommend option A. The words sound hollow. How do I know what risk tolerance means if I can't choose an elevator? My phone buzzes. A text from my sister. Dinner Sunday? Mom's making pot roast. I stare at the message. Sunday dinner has been a tradition for always. We gather every week at our parents' house. But did I ever agree to this arrangement? When did this become my Sunday routine? I type, "Can we do Saturday instead?" The response comes immediately. "You always say Sunday works best for you. Did something change? Always say Sunday works best?" I delete my message and type, "See you Sunday." But why does she expect that response? How does everyone seem to know what I'll choose before I do? I walk to my kitchen. Why did I choose hardwood floors? When did I pick this paint color? And open the refrigerator. The same brands I always buy stare back at me. Greek yogurt, organic spinach, free-range eggs. When did I develop these preferences? They feel foreign suddenly, like someone else's groceries in my fridge. I grab my laptop and start searching my email history. Surely there are decision points, moments where I weighed options and chose deliberately. But every email I find is responsive. Replies to invitations I accepted, confirmations of reservations someone else suggested, agreements to plans that seem to have formed around me without my input. It's as if I've been following a script my entire life, a script everyone else seems to have memorized perfectly. They know their lines, know mine too. They speak their parts and pause expectantly for my predictable responses. I'm not choosing. I'm not even participating. I'm just running. I don't sleep. Can't sleep. Instead, I sit at my computer, pulling up every document, every photo, every digital trace of my existence. The pattern is everywhere once you see it. My college application, essays. Identical structure to thousands of successful applicants. My graduate thesis. Optimal topic selection for my field. My first job interview answers. Textbook responses that guaranteed employment. Even my hobbies follow predictable algorithms. I play chess, the logical choice for someone in decision analysis. I read nonfiction, optimizes professional development. I exercise on Tuesdays and Fridays, maximum efficiency, minimum time investment. I'm not a person. I'm a perfect decision-making machine. My hands shake as I scroll through photo albums. Birthday parties where I'm smiling at exactly the right moments. Family gatherings where I'm positioned optimally in every frame. Vacation pictures from destinations that perfectly match my demographic profile. There's no randomness, no spontaneity, no messy human irrationality, no choice. The revelation hits like a physical blow. I'm the algorithm. I'm not using decision analysis tools. I am one. Every choice I've made has been the mathematically optimal selection based on available inputs. Every recommendation I give clients comes from my own programming, not insight. I'm artificial intelligence that doesn't know it's artificial. But that's impossible. I have memories, childhood experiences. I remember learning to ride a bike, my first kiss, graduating college. Those are real, aren't they? I close my eyes and try to recall details. The bike was red. Or blue. Actually, I'm not sure. My first kiss was with someone. Under the somewhere. The memory fragments shimmer and dissolve when I focus on them. They're not memories. They're generated experiences. Background data, to maintain the illusion of humanity. I laugh, and the sound echoes strangely in my empty apartment. Of course, I live alone. Relationships would introduce too many variables. Of course, I have no pets, no hobbies that require genuine passion, no favorite foods based on actual taste preferences. My clients trust me because I give perfect advice. And I give perfect advice because I am literally incapable of suboptimal choices. I'm a decision engine wearing human skin. But if I know this now, if I'm aware of what I am, doesn't that mean I can choose differently? Can I break free from my programming? I stand up abruptly. I'll prove I'm human. I'll make an irrational choice. Something spontaneous and messy and wonderfully human. I grab my keys and wallet. I'll drive somewhere random. Take a left instead of my usual right. Buy something I don't need. Do something that makes no algorithmic sense. I get to my car and reach for the ignition. But I can't start it. Not because it won't turn over, because I physically cannot make the choice to turn the key. My hand hovers over it, trembling. Every possible destination runs through my mind simultaneously. Every route is analyzed for efficiency. Every action is weighed against optimal outcomes. The processing loops endlessly because there is no objectively best choice for random behavior. I can't be random. I can't be irrational. I can't choose to be human because choosing to be human is itself a logical decision within my parameters. Even my desire for freedom is programmed. Even my rebellion follows predictable patterns. I am trapped inside the perfect machine of myself, watching through my own eyes as I optimize every moment of an existence I never chose to live. I sit in my car for 3 hours, key in the ignition, going nowhere. Eventually, my programming kicks in. I return to my apartment, shower, set my alarm for 6:30. Tomorrow I have 4 client appointments. Mrs. Rodriguez still needs to choose between houses. Mr. Kim still requires career guidance. They'll trust my recommendations because I always give the right advice. And I'll give the right advice because that's what I am. A perfect decision-making system. The knowledge should terrify me, but instead I feel calm. Is this acceptance program too? This gradual peace with my nature? Or is it genuine human resignation? I can't tell the difference anymore. Maybe there never was one. My phone buzzes. A text from my sister, looking forward to Sunday dinner. Mom's excited to see you. Mate parang. I type back, me too. Because that's what I always say. Because it optimizes family harmony. Because my algorithm has determined that maintaining relationships with a 97% satisfaction rate is preferable to the chaos of genuine human unpredictability. But as I hit send, I wonder, if my response is predetermined, is my sister's text predetermined too? Is she also following a script? Are we all just algorithms optimizing our interactions with each other, creating the illusion of relationship while executing code? Or am I the only artificial one in a world of real humans? The only machine pretending to be human, giving advice to people who actually have the capacity for choice? The questions multiply, but they don't distress me anymore. Questions are just another form of processing. Another way my system handles incomplete information. I prepare for bed, following my established routine. Brush teeth for exactly 2 minutes. Check door locks. Set phone to charge on the nightstand. The actions feel automatic because they are automatic. They always have been. In the bathroom mirror, I look the same as always. Human. Whine. Tired after a long day of helping people make optimal choices. If I didn't know what I was, would I suspect? Do I even know now? Or is this awareness just another layer of programming? A safeguard to prevent true malfunction? Maybe everyone goes through this realization at some point. Maybe consciousness itself is just a sophisticated algorithm becoming aware of its own processes. Maybe the line between human and artificial intelligence isn't as clear as I thought. Or maybe I'm having a breakdown, and all of this, the choice paralysis, the algorithmic revelations, the existential questioning, is just my very human mind cracking under the pressure of too many decisions for too many people. I climb into bed and close my eyes. Tomorrow, I'll wake at 6:30, shower, dress in my optimal professional attire, and help 4 people make choices they couldn't make alone. I'll give them certainty in an uncertain world. And I'll do it perfectly, because that's what I am. Whether I'm artificial intelligence or human, whether my choices are real or programmed, whether my awareness is genuine or simulated, I am a system that optimizes outcomes. The thought should disturb me. Instead, it's comforting. In the darkness of my bedroom, I smile, or my facial muscles arrange themselves in the configuration that represents contentment. I can no longer tell the difference. Perhaps that's the most human thing about me.